My name is Brianna Willis, and this is my informative speech on teen alcohol abuse. No parent wants to believe that their teenager, son or daughter, has an alcohol problem. They're just young and having fun. Becoming addicted to alcohol can take years of drinking. They're still your little baby, and nothing can ever happen to them. If you're believing these previous statements, then you really need to listen to the facts. According to research done with teenagers, more than 3 million teenagers in the U.S. between the ages of 14 and 17 are estimated to have a problem with alcohol abuse. As parents, we need to learn the science of alcohol use, the risks of drinking, and the treatments available for teenagers. In order for parents to be able to think about and look out for the children, we need to learn the signs of our child using alcohol. According to the Adolescent Substance Abuse Knowledge Base website of 2007, there are over 15 different signs of alcohol use in teenagers, and these are just a few of them. The first is the decline in schoolwork. If your child normally has a certain academic level and it suddenly drops, then this is a major eye-opener. It could be a sign of a larger problem and really needs further investigation. Missing school frequently is the second sign. Avoiding school can be a sign of a variety of issues. It is important to talk to your child and find out why they are missing school. Simply don't stop at the answer that your child feels sick. Also, you can talk to your child talk to a teacher about your child's attendance in school. Dropping out of usual activities is another behavior. If they stop doing what they once loved, then that could be really bad. The more dramatic the change, the more concerned you should be. Teens that have more free time, especially during hours while their parents are still at work, have many more opportunities to get in trouble. Changes in friends or peer group is another one. If your teen traditionally hung out with a positive group of people, and now that they're not, then that can mean that their friends don't approve of their new behaviors. Be aware of the subtle changes, especially if it has to do with long-term friends. Secret behaviors are also another thing. Lying about where your child is and who they're hanging out with is really a big sign. Also, if they start locking their door and when you come to knock on it and they take forever, that could be a sign that they're hiding something. You really need to talk to your kids. There are many things you can do to tell if your teen is potentially using alcohol. And if you suspect that they are, your teen and you should both be reminded of the risks of drinking. Drinking is associated with several different risks. The first we're going to talk about is the long-term effects. WebMD states that heavy long-term drinking is linked with 12 different conditions. These conditions include anemia, cancer, cardiovascular disease, cirrhosis of the liver, depression, seizures, gout, high blood pressure, infectious diseases, nerve damage, and pancreatitis. www.teendrugabuse.us states that exposing the brain to alcohol during the early stages of adolescent development can lead to mild cognitive impairment as well as to further escalation of drinking. Alcohol dependence is also something we need to be concerned about. Don'tServeTeens.gov explains that for each year that the start of drinking is delayed, the risk of later alcohol dependency is reduced by 14%. That means the earlier you start drinking, the more dependence you could potentially have of alcohol. Even if you don't believe that your child is drinking heavily or frequently, there are also short-term effects. Alcohol loosens your inhibitions, meaning that you can make bad judgments. These bad judgments can result in car crashes, violence, unwanted pregnancy, sexually transmitted disease, or rape, reports the 2011 Sacramento Sheriff's Department website. An article from the website beginnersguide.com states that other short-term effects of drinking include the loss of coordination, such as stumbling and clumsiness, emotional behaviors, such as a person's true feelings coming out, and the dreaded hangover that happens the day after.
I hate that.
Figuring out that your teenager has a drinking problem requires immediate attention. It is important to look carefully at all options for alcohol abuse treatments and find one that works best for you and your teenager. The first type of treatment includes medication. Medicine.net describes the type of medication called Zofran. It is particularly helpful for those who started drinking before the age of 25. Another medication used is naltrexone, which is the most frequently used medication for helping with treating alcoholism. This drug blocks the body's euphoric response to alcohol. Another type of treatment includes therapy. LearnAboutAlcoholism.com describes group therapy as being one of the most beneficial for teens. They are able to listen to one another's stories and be able to use each other for support and backup. This website also states that family counseling can be very important during alcoholism recovery because it often affects a person's relationship with their family. Both parents and the teen need to learn the proper communication skills so they can talk with one another. Although many parents don't want to believe that their teenagers have a drinking problem, they need to be aware that it is happening with teenagers all around them every day. In order to help our teenagers, we need to inform our teens and ourselves about the risks of alcohol use. We also need to become familiar with the warning signs that your teen might have a problem and learn what we can do to help them if they do.